in a difficult game. So I'm so happy, to be honest, with this long trip. It's been like 6 points from 9, and I think 3 really good performance. So another step forward, and we continue learning.
You mentioned that idea of knowing how to suffer. It also seemed like I saw some post-match data immediately. It looked like you as a group were able to disrupt Louisville a lot, win the ball in their half, disrupt them in their end, and maybe not have to suffer inside your own box so deep. What did you see from the team in terms of pressing well and keeping Louisville from getting into a groove and having their attacking ideas sort of come to fruition?
Well, we know that they are strong, especially with those long balls, second balls. Both fullbacks, they have pretty good feet. They have players that they are really strong by heading. So we've been trying to avoid set pieces. To be honest, it's been hard because we know that they had a good potential, and we wanted to press as high as possible and try to be as tight as possible, because if you concede them time and space to play those long balls, they are very dangerous. So try to be compact, try to win the second balls. I think today also sometimes we could have maybe be better in those second balls and try to reduce those situations. But again, we were focused on how to defend our box today. I think we've done an amazing job, all players, and yeah, I think the performance it's been great.
Appreciate it. I'll pass the microphone here.
Go to Bernie.
Yeah, congratulations, Coach. You got 3 points and you're going home on top. It appears that the players were playing vertical, and you had them playing vertical, which worked. And also the game was very physical, but the team did prevail. How did you manage to keep them focused playing that type of physical game?
Yeah, it's been a game with a lot of emotions, a lot of energy, a lot of physical situations, 50-50 second balls. And I think we've been training that. We knew that it could happen, to be honest, this game. We've been training that also. And I think as a team, we had to make a step forward in those situations. So it's not just about to keep the ball and try to attack. So you need to know how to fight sometimes, how to win those second balls, those 50-50s. Try to be strong also in your box. Try to be physical. And I think also today we've made a step forward in those situations in terms of how to compete. So again, happy with the performance, and we keep improving.
Great win.
Thank you.
Andre, go ahead.
Hey, Adrián, thank you for speaking with us, and congrats on the 3 points at the end of a tough road trip. Wanted to ask about the penalty. If you got any explanation from the ref about why it was called, the amount of contact. It looked pretty soft from the TV, but I was wondering what the ref said about it.
No, I didn't have any answer.
Okay, easy enough. All right. And I also wanted to talk about just like it, Bernie mentioned it being a very physical game, but it also seemed like Savannah DeMello caused a lot of problems, as she really often does, and consistently getting fouled. How difficult was it to kind of keep the frustration level down from some of the players? Because I know I think she drew a yellow card on Mateer, on Hirschfeld, and on Sullivan. So how difficult was it to kind of manage that?
Yeah, she's pretty good and with experience. So it's not easy, because when you are defending with that energy, we are very hype in those moments. So it's difficult to slow down a little bit, to try to avoid those faults. But I think we need to learn also from that, because we know that they were trying to do that. So we wanted to avoid as many faults as possible, and many corners and free kicks. But sometimes when the game is going on, so you cannot control also those emotions. So it's not easy to ask that to the players, because from the bench it's too easy to say don't make any fault, but when you are inside, you are playing with that energy, with that emotion, with that high tempo, it's not easy. So I think we've done a great job, and yeah, as I said, so we keep improving as a team. I think we've shown different profiles, different styles, different ways to compete. I think that's pretty much what we want. We are very dynamic. We know how to play in the opponent half. We know how to defend high in a low block. We know how to compete. We know how to keep the ball. And yeah, as many options we have, I think more chances we are going to have to win games.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We have a question online from Jose Umania. What was the messaging at halftime to players about the free kick goal right before half? And how does it feel to end the 3-game road trip with 6 out of 9 points?
Well, I think that free kick, so it's been a great goal, so you cannot do anything, but the thing that you cannot just do is try to avoid that. So I think it comes from our goal kick. I think we were kind of spread out and we didn't win that second ball, and because of that, I think they have that chance to win it, and then we made that fall. So in those situations, I think sometimes we need to be more compact, try to be closer to each other, because we were winning. So at the end of first half, I think the result should have been like 0-2, and that's it. So we need to learn also from that. But again, it's not easy with those emotions. And from this trip, so a lot of good things. It's been hard, 12 days away from home, traveling a lot with different times, changing, competing 2 games in 3 days, training, recovering. But I think it's been kind of a mini preseason, being together also as a team. I think we've built a really good connection again. The team building that we are creating is amazing. We all are competing. We have different profiles, different players that can help us, and we can compete in a different way. So for me, it's a big learning. It's not just about 6 points. I think it's much more than 6 points, and we are ready to compete in any stadium against any opponent.
And back to Jason to wrap us up.
Adrián, I did want to ask, it looked like Trinity, it was unclear on the broadcast whether that was a cramp or maybe just an injury, if you had any update on her status.
Sorry, I cannot say anything because I haven't talked with her. So we finished the game with a lot of emotion, so I couldn't even talk with her. I hope it's nothing. So also she's playing a lot of games, so it's tough. She's human also, so it's normal. So she needs to rest.
But I did want to ask about the players at the end of the game. That was a very inexperienced group within the NWSL anyway, outside of bringing Casey in. That group hasn't seen a lot of time together. They haven't played that many games. How much of an impact do you think it can have for them to not just experience the pressure that they were under tonight, but to actually come through, get the result, maintain the levels of fight and competitiveness that were present at the end?
Yeah, we've won because of them. So we all are important. We are 20 players right now. We all compete. We all are on the same page. It doesn't matter the age, the experience, that we all are ready to compete. So I'm so happy with the performance that they've had. Lena is helping us, Brit. We've finished with Courtney, Kate, so Hal, so players that it's their first year in NWSL, but they are competing very good. So we need all players to get involved, and if we want to continue winning games, so it's not about 11 or 12 players. So happy with the performance, and this is why we train, because we need them.
Appreciate it. Thanks so much, Adrián.
Thank you, guys.
Adrián.